up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back out in my terrace store. Ooh, that is a squeaky window. I'll put my windows up so you guys can hear me a little bit better. But we're back out in the village today. We ran into a situation with this last snowstorm. It's a combination of two things really, but we ended up in a situation where we have some hard pack, and the reason that happened is basically two things. Oh man, I'm not gonna be able to fit through here. Oh, what the I'm backing out. I got two cars on both sides of the road. I can't fit through this. This is a tough road to back out onto. It's like a county road, main. Watch, this guy's gonna fly around me. Yeah. You see me backing up and you just decide to go around me instead of stopping. People are crazy around here. Anyway, we're in a situation where we have some hard pack on the ground. It's a combination of two things. One is the brutal temperatures. It has been like 17 degrees and even colder. We have a high of 17 today. I think tomorrow is a high of 16 or 18. It was like a 1 degree difference between yesterday and today. That combined with not putting liquid down on every single road has left us in a hard pack situation. And the way the contract works here is the mains and the hills get liquid before the storms, and the mains and the hills are down to blacktop because they got liquid. I think it's been years since we've had a storm where it's been brutally cold the couple days following the storm and even during the storm. So we haven't seen a hard pack situation like this. And we got garbage cans everywhere. It's garbage day here, so stuff is all out in the road. So basically, we did not spray every road. Watch out, buddy. I got a wing plow on me. You're not even paying attention. You're just walking in the middle of the street here. Last thing I need to do is hit someone with my wing. So basically, we're in a situation now where there's still hard pack on some of the roads the following day, and the village has asked us to do whatever it takes to get the roads down to blacktop. So basically, our plan today, I got one more the other way. I'm not in my route right now, so I gotta really think about where I'm going. I have 3 dead ends off of this road that we have to do. I know every road in this village, but I'm just not used to being over here. But anyway, so the village has asked us to do whatever it takes to get down to blacktop. So I'm following my father around. He's out in the tractor, and it's so hot in here. He's out in the tractor, and he's scraping everything that has slushed up over the past day or so. And then I'm going behind him and salting and putting liquid down. And then later this afternoon, once things slush up a bit more, we're gonna come through, scrape it all off, and resalt again. So we've probably put, I would say, over 150 ton of salt down in this village over the past day or so. And with the cold temperatures, it's only doing so much. But we're here today back at it, so I'm basically just following my father. He's calling me when he's done with the neighborhood. I'm going in there and I'm salting it, and then I'm going to the next one. He's just gonna keep moving, and we're basically just following him for, I don't know, it'll probably take 2 or 3 hours to get through the whole village. Plus I'm gonna have to go back and get salt. Can only carry so much salt and liquid as well. We have plenty at our shop, so we'll have no problem. We're not gonna run out. But it is gonna be a long day of driving through this entire village, salting everything, and then re-scraping later this afternoon. Unless it all melts off. If it melts off, beautiful. We don't have to scrape, but with the cold temperatures, I'm sure it's gonna like slush up, and we'll probably have to scrape a bit. Oh nice, this guy left. Now I can go back in this neighborhood. This is the one I skipped originally. It's so funny, you can see the you can see the spots that the sun really shines and spots that only get limited daylight throughout the day, because like this whole cul-de-sac is basically blacktop, but the entrance here is a little slushy. And there's more trees right here. You can see shadow. You guys can't see it, but maybe you can see the trees out my window. There's a lot of shadows on the entrance into the cul-de-sac, so I'm sure that's playing a role in it not getting as much sun. These roads are pretty much down to blacktop. It's really just the edges that are hard packed. And another issue with that is a lot of people park on the street. You guys have probably heard me complain about people parking on the streets here. We really need to turn around and come back the other way. A lot of the hard pack is on this side of the street. And my spreader throws more towards the driver's side than the passenger side, so it's almost a waste to salt this lane when it's pretty much blacktop. I mean, it really is blacktop, and all the hard pack is on the right side here. Another reason we ran into this hard pack situation is this snowstorm was a midday snowstorm, so everybody was out driving on it, and once you compact it, given the name hard pack, once you compact it, it definitely gets a bit tough to get up sometimes. So if you saw yesterday's video and you thought it was a bit hectic, hopefully once I edit it, it doesn't seem that hectic, but it was definitely hectic to try and record yesterday's video. But anyway, if you thought it was a bit hectic, my apologies. It was definitely tough to film. Everything was smooth until we had pizza, and then after we had pizza, it was like when it rains it pours type of situation. And basically it was one thing after another. Now that I'm the operations manager for all things snow related in our company, so it's my father's the boss, and then I'm pretty much right below him, which really I should have been anyway. I'm the guy who's here. Me and Rodrigo, you guys know this, me and Rodrigo pretty much do everything snow related. I have a lot on my plate to begin with as far as like repairs and getting everything prepped and whatnot. So that's why we had a different guy as the operations manager to handle all of like the texting and the phone calls and all that type of stuff. But now that he's no longer with us, it was thrown onto my lap, which I'm okay with. I actually kind of enjoy it, but there's a lot more for me to do now. And basically my phone did not stop ringing or getting texts the entire storm. It was one thing after another. Even the guys up in Orange County at their yard, one of them, watch this guy's pulling out. One of them had to swap a plow on his truck, 13, the blue truck that we have there. We put a different plow on it because his trip edge was like rolled over. The springs in it were too worn down. We haven't had time to replace them, and the cutting edge is a bit rolled over. It still works, and he ended up having to throw that plow on. The plow that we put on it had brand new springs in it, and he hit something and broke the cutting edge. So brand new springs plus a brand new cutting edge. It's an aggressive plow, and when you hit something and it doesn't want to trip correctly, not correctly, it's doing its job, but it's a bang when you hit something. And it led to him breaking off a piece of his blade. I haven't even been there to see it yet, but he had to throw the other plow back on. The F600, for some reason, it has vinyl lock nuts on it, but I'm actually going to back up here for a second. The chatter from the roads up there, those roads are in rough condition. The chatter makes the bolts, or the nuts I should say, back off a little bit, and he had to pull the truck into the shop and tighten his bolts down on his blade. So it was one thing after another, and that was just there. For us, we had a couple trucks break down. Is this guy passing me? This guy go by me. Oh, he's going down that. For us, we had a couple trucks break down. We had 21, which is the manual. That blew a coolant line. When that blew, he went in 26, which is the red one that my dad usually runs. My dad was out in the tractor, so luckily 26 was available. We do have other spares we could have used if we needed it. But he went in 26, like an hour later, went into limp mode. That was at like 3 a.m. So by that point, we were in pretty good condition. We sent him home, and the rest of us, we still had 5 guys out in the village. So we sent him home, and the rest of us just tackled it. One of our Chevys, we had to pull a wing off of it. The hydraulic control stopped working on that. We don't really know what the issue was with it. We haven't had time to dive into it today. So at like, I don't even know, probably 2 o'clock in the morning, me and Guillermo went back to the shop, and Guillermo hopped in the loader. I grabbed the tools. We had the guy pull right into the middle of the street. Luckily at 2 o'clock in the morning, there's nobody in our complex except for us, so it's pretty nice. But we had to pull a wing off in the middle of the street. We couldn't pull it into our garage and do it inside because you couldn't get the wing up, and we couldn't bring our forklift outside because it won't go anywhere in the snow. So we had to do it with a chain and the loader, which is just as easy really, but it was also 2 o'clock in the morning, out in the weather, freezing cold. But it's just that's just part of the job, you know. Some things you got to deal with when they happen. So we had that. My father's tractor needed to do a regen at one point, so he had to sit and let it regen. Let's see what else. That might be it for real issues that we had. My truck seems to be fine. It does have a wrench on the dash. Oh, I got a flat tire on my truck towards the end of the storm. Luckily, I'm obviously in my truck now. We had a guy come yesterday and he fixed it for us right away. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for major issues. But there's a lot to deal with, and as the operations manager, it was definitely hectic, especially for my first storm being the operations manager. So I guess it's a good test for the position. I didn't have an easy day. I would hate for there to be an easy day and then a hard day the next time, expecting it to be easy. So having a hard day, I didn't say hard, but it's just kind of part of the job. Nothing I can't handle, you know. Stuff we deal with pretty much every day. When you have this many trucks and you're doing this type of work, things are bound to break. But anyway, I definitely would rather have a hard day the first time. That way, the second go around, when it's easy, it feels like a weight off your chest. A lot less to deal with, hopefully. Maybe I'm jinxing myself right now. The next storm might be even worse. Who knows? But anyway, like I was saying, if that video seemed a bit hectic and all over the place, that's why. There was just a lot going on, and it was a long storm. I was personally in for like 26 hours, so definitely tired. Last night I slept, actually got home, took like a 3-hour nap, and then I ended up sleeping for like 10 hours last night. Probably longer. I don't even know what time I went to sleep, but I'm well rested now and we're back at it. So like, we got Bambi right here. You guys probably can't see. Oh, this is digging through the garbage. Probably not the best for a deer. It's funny, we're on a hill right now. I do have my salter on just because the edges are slushy, but we're on a hill that got liquid, and it is completely blacktop. Not a single trace of snow in the middle of the road at all. It's really just the very edge. So I might as well throw some salt on it while I'm here. Another thing people do, which you guys probably can't see it right now, but you probably know this from watching my videos. When we do cul-de-sacs, the way it works here is we do a ring backwards in the cul-de-sac, and with our wing plow we push everything to the middle. So basically, as you're going down the road, you're pushing everything to the right, and then when you come into a cul-de-sac, you hit it backwards and you just keep your plows out how they are. You do a loop on the curb line with the left corner of your plow, which pushes everything to the middle. But then people will come out of their driveways and drive straight through the middle of the snow, right where you piled it all, and drag it out back into the road that you just cleared. It makes no sense. Rather than just coming out of your driveway and following the loop out, you drive right through it and just make it a mess again. Quick little update on that truck. Matt found what hose it was. Arkel has it in stock. We have a guy on his way to grab it for us, so this truck should be back up and running by the end of the day. Matt's inside right now working on the red truck, trying to figure out why that threw the code and put it in limp mode. So pretty good progress so far on the issues that we ran into. Alright guys, I got my truck parked here. I actually just parked it in front of the saw pin, which is not the typical parking for it. We have a mess in our parking lot right now. We have, well, first off, the first truck is a bit too far over. It's not all the way tight to the curb, but the tractor is supposed to be the first thing. Then we have the two vans, then we have the liquid truck, the Ford Mason Dump Yellow TerraStar, my truck. This truck got finished today. It was a coolant line. I forget exactly which one. I was talking to Matt about it, but he grabbed the part, got it all fixed, ran it for quite some time to get all of the air out of the lines and whatnot, so that truck's good to go. But then the tractor's down here. We got two of the Chevys down here, Rodrigo's TerraStar, which obviously has not moved at all. So I think tomorrow we're going to take some time and clean up this whole parking lot here and get everything parked as it should. I have to stop at my father's house, our Dutchess yard, tomorrow, and unload the trailer. I tucked it in the garage there the other day with all the stuff I brought home. So I'm gonna go there, unload the trailer, and then I gotta stop at the welder's. He made a poly mold board for us on one of the plows. If you remember, I dropped that off like, I don't know, a week and a half ago maybe, and it's complete and it looks super sweet. So we're gonna grab that in the morning, bring it to our Orange County yard, drop it off there. We're not installing it back on the truck I took it off of. We're gonna leave it there as a spare plow in case they have an issue with one of the plows that they run. So they'll have that there, and then we got to get down here. We got a bunch of stuff to do here as well, but that is going to wrap it up for this one. If you guys have any questions or comments, definitely leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time. Peace.